Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Now, we'll be talking about the Laravel debug bar. This is a package that helps you to debug your Laravel application, and it has a number of features which we're going to be looking into. So now here is the home page of Laravel debug bar, laraveldebugbar.com, and this we look at how to install this. And there's a warning over here that says use the debug bar only in development. Now, because there are a number of information about your application that can be reviewed using Laravel debugbar, so you don't want to use this in production environment. All right, so we have the installation command here. You can copy this and run it at the root of your application, the terminal, and Laravel debugbar typically runs when app debug is true. You can also configure it in your env file to turn it on and turn it off, as the case might be. Alright, so when you go down, you see you can publish the configuration files, and there are a number of settings you can play around with. Now, when you install the Laravel debugbar, you have toolbar down here. All right, you have the toolbar and you see a number of features that comes with this. Now, I think that's their way of showing it, but I have an application that I've set up and I've installed. Now, down here, we'll go over some of the features here. Now, what you see the model tab, it shows you the number of models that are present in the page. Now I have basically two models here. Number one, these are the blog posts, and using pagination, I'm able to get 10 out of 15 results. So on this page, we have 10 blog posts listed here, and with those blog posts, they have their authors. Those authors are users, so that's why down here we have 10 blog posts, 10 users. All right, so but majorly there are just two models in this page. Now, before we even go to the query, you can see we have some information about the page, the status, the full URL, the action name, the control action. We have the Laravel versions and PHP version and all that. We have the memory usage. We have the request duration. This is how long the request takes. Right, and we have this should be history and some settings. You can toggle this, and you can also close this. When you click on here, you have just the icon down here. All right, so we'll go to queries. This is one of the most important ones that people use now. There is a popular issue with running queries, n+1 queries, right? So you can just look at your queries and look at how efficient they are. When it comes to scaling, queries are very important to make sure they are running. So now you can see we have about 4 queries running, and this is the total accumulated duration, as you can see there, and they are the individual duration for these queries. The session query is always there. The second query here is counting the number of blog posts. The third one here is getting the blog posts. The fourth one here is getting the authors of the blog post. So it just gives you the queries that are being run on this page. So this is a very good use case where you are trying to look at how to make your page faster. Maybe you might want to use caching, or you can rewrite your queries to be more efficient. Now we look at the views, and this shows you this is a blog.index. When I go to my code, I can see all these things, alright. So we have blog. When you go to views, you have blog.index. This is the page. I'll have the guest layout, and then the pagination comes with its view as well. right? So this is for the view. We have the timeline. This shows you the timeline of how the request, you know, how the request the request life cycle for loading the page actually. So it shows you that it takes 59.66 milliseconds to boot, and and so on and so forth. You can see and be able to monitor what's actually happening in your application. Now the request gives you comprehensive information about the application, and when you go to this, you see the number of collectors you can add as well. You have the queries, the messages. You can, instead of using DD, that's die and dump, you could use the messages. You have the logger, you have the views, you have the routes, and so on and so forth. All right. So these are some of the features that they come with. Okay, and with something like this, you're able to monitor your application, like just on the basic stuff, like even, just trying to make your applications faster. All right. So, and you always have to remember that you use this only in development or local environment, as it's were. And then you could as well limit the number of collectors you have, because not all of the collectors are loaded. You can enable some of them, because loading all of them is going to be, I don't know, maybe is going to even make things slow for you. You get so, and then you could as well, um, when it comes to queries, you could as well try some things different, and reload the page and check. Now your env file is very, very critical in this stage, number one, because it, basically it works when app debug is true, unless you do a different setting. So if in production this is set to true, you might be exposing a whole lot of things, right? And if you're in the Laravel ecosystem, there's Night Watch, there is Laravel Telescope, and of course there are a number of other packages, right, that you could use to monitor. But I think Laravel Debugbar is quite simple and straightforward to work with. All right. So I would I would like for whoever is listening or watching the video should at least try it and see, and you can drop a feedback. You can drop a feedback. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you very much.